Alright guys, we had a cool space artifact today. This is a set of Russian nesting dolls, commonly called Matryoshka, and so these are all Soviet space themed. So you can see right here we got Yuri Gagarin, the very first man in space, that was on the Vostok 1 mission in 1961. So he completed a full orbit of Earth in 108 minutes, became a global icon, and you can see in Russian script on the very front there it says Poyekhali, means let's go. So when we open him up here, on the inside, we're going to see Titov. Titov's our next one. So he was the second human to orbit Earth. That was Vostok 2 in 1961. Also the first person to spend more than a whole day in space at 25 hours. And so he was also the youngest to fly in space at age 25. He was, in a lot of ways, kind of a guinea pig. You know, he was the first to sleep in orbit, first to experience space sickness. So lots of interesting history there. Next up, we have Leonov. Interestingly enough, actually, the first artist in space. He had technical issues. His spacesuit was ballooning up. He had to deal with that. Then they borderline crash landed out in the Russian wilderness, and he had a 9mm Makarov that he had to use to fend off bears and wolves. So pretty interesting history for that guy. Then, of course, after that, we've got Tereshkova here, first woman in space, only woman ever to fly a solo space mission. And really a big propaganda victory for the Soviets as well at that point in time. She later went on to serve in the Russian Duma, the state legislature, and became a pretty staunch Putin ally. And then this tiny little one on the inside that we got here, this is Korolev. So he is the chief designer and mastermind of the entire Soviet space program. So everything going back to Sputnik, Laika, basically any famous moment in Soviet space history came from this guy. He's kind of like the Wernher von Braun, but on the Soviet side. So a lot of great biographies about him out there. I've got one right here on the shelf as well. So this is one to take a look at if you're looking at kind of the Soviet side of that space race and how they kicked off all of their space and missile programs, how the military tied into that as well. It really all goes back to Korolev. So like I was mentioning, Tereshkova's trip to space became a pretty big propaganda victory for the Soviets. So we get posters like this that say, "Nashi zhenshini, nasha gordost," meaning our women are our pride. So really big propaganda victory and pretty beautiful poster here as well. You can see a lot of those atomic themes as well in this, as well as those onion domes that you would traditionally see in places like Red Square. So really cool poster here. When you look on the back here, you can see it says Biblioteca, meaning library. So this came from some kind of library or state archives. On the front also we can see it says Khudojnik is Gaussman G. So some guy named G. Gaussman was the artist for this one as well. We can also see in that other corner Izdatelstvo, meaning publishing house, and DOSAF, which is Volunteer Society for the Assistance to the Army, Aviation, and Navy. So sort of this paramilitary sport organization in the Soviet Union was the original publisher of this one. Thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe.